the Honorable Gianni Pittella hosted an international conference at the European Parliament called Peace and Well-being. International peace advocate Prem Rawat was the keynote speaker.
So, I'm not a politician, but I am a human being who holds very close to his heart the fundamental principles and the possibility of peace on this earth.
A highlight at the event was the signing by many leaders present of a pledge to peace, a commitment to do something tangible for peace in 2012 and beyond.
Ognuno, piccolo, grande, giovane, vecchio, in grado di incidere o in grado di incidere di meno, ognuno può partecipare a costruire un futuro in cui regni la pace, il rispetto reciproco, la dignità, la concordia.
Among the signatories of the pledge was Convito Nazionale School in Rome. The Convito students have taken their commitment seriously with an annual peace competition involving all schools, primary, middle, and high school.
Quindi intorno a questo tema della pace cerchiamo di coinvolgere non soltanto i ragazzi e ovviamente sollecitare la loro attenzione e il loro interesse, ma anche le loro famiglie e ovviamente i docenti che lavorano intorno a loro. Quindi per noi è stato veramente un progetto che ha coinvolto a largo respiro tutti i soggetti che vivono nella nostra scuola, gli studenti, i docenti e le loro stesse famiglie.
Io penso che la pace sia importante per noi generazioni nuove, perché noi siamo il futuro, quindi quello che facciamo noi adesso lo ritroveremo nel mondo fra 20 anni, 10 anni, 15 anni.
In December 2012, the continuing importance of the Pledge of Peace was stressed at a conference entitled The Declaration of Brussels Pledge to Peace. From the European Parliament to Rome, the path of peace continues. The conference was held at the Sala Zuccoli di Palazzo Giustiniani, home to the Italian Senate. Speakers included the then President of the Senate, the Minister for the International Cooperation, the first Vice President of the European Parliament, Gianni Pittella, lifetime Senator Emilio Colombo, and Prem Rawat, prominent international speaker on the theme of peace.
I say to the whole world, don't be fooled by the glitter. Don't be fooled by the progress that we think is progress, because progress without human progress is no progress. It is building a building without foundations. I have to commend President Gianni Pittella, President Emilio Colombo, and so many of the people who have taken on this noble cause, who address this issue. Because the mantra of people today is only one. What can I do? Light a lamp. Because that's who you are. Light the lamp of hope in yourself. And one of the things that is wonderful about laughter, about happiness, about joy, and about peace indeed, is it's contagious. Spread this contagious feeling of peace, the need for peace in this world.
Di ambasciatore, lo ripeto, di pace, del Bridge to Peace, a Mr. Prem Rawat.
60 students from the Convito Nazionale Vittorio Emanuele II, seated in the Sala di Presidente close by, were able to watch via a live video link. Afterwards, Prem Rawat went to speak with them.
per natura ha sempre avuto l'istinto di dominare sul prossimo e ha sempre usato la guerra per farlo. Siccome non si può cambiare la natura di tutti gli uomini, non risulta utopico o irrealistico parlare di pace nel mondo?
It takes cooperation to make this building. It took cooperation to make the roads. It takes cooperation to create the cities. Human beings have demonstrated tremendous amount of greed. Human beings have demonstrated great amounts of anger, great amounts of confusion, great amounts of arrogance. But human beings have also, over the period of history, demonstrated tremendous amount of cooperation. There, love, absolutely. Absolutely. It's up to you, each one of us, to make a conscious decision what we project for. Love or hate? Anger or joy? Do you keep the bad and let go of the good, or do you keep the good and let go of the bad? Which one are you?
Allora, per me, come ovviamente credo per ognuno di noi, è abbastanza scontato avere la pace e viverla quotidianamente, e devo dire che fino a ieri non vi avevo mai riflettuto abbastanza, perché la davo come una cosa sufficientemente scontata. Quindi devo dire che sentirne parlare così tanto e capire quanto sia importante mi ha aiutato a capire che non devo mai darla per scontato e che devo cercare di coltivarla ogni giorno e di portarla avanti anche nel mio piccolo e nelle cose più semplici.
When I talk about peace, believe me, and don't mistake this, I am not saying I'm going to bring peace. We all are going to bring peace, okay? We all are going to bring peace. Everybody has to be interested in this. I'm not saying I am some angel that fell out of the sky. I am not. I'm just like you, interested in peace. I started very young. Here I am, and I'm still doing what my passion is. But it is all an effort. Your principal, President Emilio Colombo, people, you being interested in peace. This is the hope of this world. Believe me, this is the hope of this world. So thank you very much.
Suu Kyi, the democratically elected leader of Burma, is currently under house arrest. She is asking her people to dream and fight for a free, democratic country. She is the living symbol of this declaration. People deserve to know their rights. Please, ask your government to put this document, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, into every passport. Please visit www.humanrightsactions.org for
What began many years ago as a little step by an individual to promote a peaceful coexistence among pastoralist communities in the North Rift, and which was met with strong resistance, is now turning into an icon of hope not only in Kenya but also in East Africa. Tegla-Lorupe Peace Foundation, which started 9 years ago, is now making huge strides towards the attainment of peace, now targeting hardcore warlords among the conflicting communities.
I just want to encourage you that next time we can do more. We want to do more. Our partners, our sponsors.
This year's edition of Tegla-Lorupe Peace Race, held in Moroto district in northeastern Uganda, revealed the progress this African athlete had made in achieving a lasting peace among the Turkana and Pokots of Kenya and the Karamojong of northeastern Uganda. Among the warriors who attended the race are deadly raid commanders who had been hunting each other for years and have been the key perpetrators of the existing rivalry among the Turkana and the Pokots. Loriko and Loriono had been reached by Tegla-Lorupe Peace Foundation after many years of fruitless efforts. Loriono, the vicious Pokot warlord, has been in the list of the most wanted criminals the police had been searching for by the bullet, but it took persistent and persuasive efforts of Tegla-Lorupe to convince him to shun the vice. I knew Loriono as an enemy. We hunted each other in the bushes. Had we met, the encounter would have been fatal. The conversion of Loriono and Loriko is regarded one of the recent and most important milestone the region has ever achieved. When Loriono reformed, we breathed with a sigh of relief. Everyone in the village was so happy. We are all looking forward to a peaceful coexistence from now henceforth. And this has become a positive gesture in East African community, which is now warming up to the efforts of Tegla-Lorupe.
And we are coming in to partner with Tegla to make this more successful, not only for this year's event, but the years to come. We have got a peace and security small arms and light weapons program, which we are going to work together with you, with our colleagues in COMESA and IGAD, to ensure that people of East Africa stop fighting each other for any reason.
This year's event was also galvanized by a decision made by 4 former raiders to go back to school. The young men are all married, but would not allow the past deter them from their quest of reforming. And this called for a celebration from the locals and their leaders. Despite the financial challenges the foundation is facing, Tegla is willing, even in tears, to give her all for this positive turn of events. Be part of her success. There is much more to be done.
Circuit inafikaka mara mingi kwa mwanaume tafanya hayo basi maisha yeye ndio gisi likuwa nauma tu, ndio tulikuwa vita tu ya liberation ya mzee Kabila. Zilikuwa ma 19 hivi ndio basoda wale balikuwa tuseme ni groupe armé bakastope pale kumtambala. Sasa walifika pale wakamkamata baba na mama. Sasa tukamsikia masasi. Bora na mimi nikufe tu sababu hakukua gisi niishi bila wazazi, bila mama, bila baba. Na kwa wakati niko napigana na wenzangu.
Mushambre unaambia kama ulamuka ndio vya hivi sasa.
Le théâtre participatif, nous allons vers les communautés, nous restons avec les communautés pour apprendre d'elles ce qu'elles ont comme difficultés. Et grâce à ces conflits, nos acteurs préparent une scène de théâtre qu'ils jouent en plein air, dans la communauté. Alors, les membres qui étaient spectateurs tout à l'heure deviennent des acteurs.
Eh, karibu, karibu. Eh, karibu je, pantalon moya.
Problemi yangu ni akawambi sana para kuna watu wengine nao bajaribu bali wanajifungania bajaribu paski tunacheza misirubazi ya makonfli. Najikuta kama kumbe historia yangu iko ya kidogo. Barikishe wanaleta amani kwa kupitia ni kazi kwa nafanya.
Les artistes voient ce que les autres gens ne voient pas.
Nabo basogee baelewe kama ile situation haikubafikia au tulifikia. Ule mtu mwaki akitransforme na mwingine nabo atajitransforme kwa hivyo.
Et alors, quand par exemple la magie du théâtre fait que 1000 personnes, 2000 personnes s'agglutinent et essayent de réfléchir sur leur vie, sans se rendre compte qu'ils sont en train de réfléchir à leur vie, sans se rendre compte qu'ils sont en train de chercher des pistes de solutions à leur propre situation, nous pensons que là c'est la magie de l'art qui est en train de travailler.
Lakini tunaweza leta amani ya mtu na mtu mwingine kama walikuwa waelewani, wanafika kuelewana kupitia message ndio wanaongea Kongo yote.
Kama unaongea Kiswahili, sawa utaongea maneno yako Kiswahili.
Gifts of life we live in peace and childhood dreams, my childhood dreams, childhood dreams. The hope you've never seen, and in a world of love we'll nourish our dreams. So just believe in me, dance with me, I'll take you there. Gifts of life will live childhood dreams, my childhood dreams, my childhood dreams, oh, my childhood dreams.
Imagine a world
without armed conflict
and no military occupation, without poverty,
and no economic exploitation,
without environmental destruction,
without prejudice based on race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation,
and no violence.
Believe in peace.
Imagine that world and make it real.
Right into it.
Peace, shalom, salam, worldwide. I say peace when I jump on a beat. I say peace when I'm walking the street. I say peace when the sun's in the east. I say peace when I need a relief. I say peace when I'm facing the beast. I say peace when I'm taking you deep. I say peace cause I know I'm complete. I say peace. I say peace.
P is for the people, E is for the essence, A is for the answers that we get from God's questions, C is for the conscious, E is for the earth. So everybody gotta stand up and find their worth. A war divided would often fall to disease and violence. Gotta get through the shame and the silence so we can be united. Only the righteous will overcome and become enlightened. Living your life, loving yourself, so let the light in.
One love, one blood and one heart. One people, one world and one God. We gotta come together, united for one cause. Put your hands up in the air for peace. One love, one blood and one heart. One people, one world and one God. We gotta come together, united for one cause. Put your hands up in the air for peace. Peace worldwide starts from inside. We gotta find a better way that we can be. Peace worldwide starts from inside. Go ahead and let your mind, body, soul be free. Peace worldwide starts from inside. The answer and solution always starts with me. Peace worldwide starts from inside. If you wanna save the world, be the change you wanna see.
I got a piece of mind, I got a piece of paper, about to make a perfect rhyme that the world will savor. Counting stars gazing past 2011 to 2012, infinity, 777. I hope we make it to heaven on earth to see our brethren come back, resurrected. Bob Marley the legend, it's one love, and me and my people are all connected. For world peace, we gotta have a common collective.
Martin taught us the lessons of how we should be respected, and God, he truly embodied the non-violent perspective. Global community, unity, maybe you and me can sit down, build up on love, cause it's what we need. Let's get to farming and feeding the people starving across the whole planet. What's going on is alarming. Sustainable living, we don't need the provisions. We can grow it, pick it and eat it. That's the word I envision. On a mission to spread peace all around the world like Chase. Paint a face, make a beautiful mural. Africa needs peace. Europe and South America, Asia and Australia.
Do you believe in miracles?
It can happen if everybody would tap into all the love in their hearts. and everyone started laughing. Time for action, no time to explain. It takes 6 billion willing people to change.
Now imagine if the words of John Lennon would come alive, and everybody in the world started to unite. Realize it ain't far-fetched, we can do it. Come together for a cause, do it with the music. Use it, take time and pursue it. Dreams and aspirations are all up to you. Cause everybody in the world wanna get free, and everybody in the world wants peace.
One love, one blood, and one heart. One people, one world, and one God. We gotta come together, united for one cause. Put your hands up in the air for peace. One love, one blood, and one heart. One people, one world, and one God. We gotta come together, united for one cause. Put your hands up in the air for peace. Peace worldwide starts from inside. We gotta find a better way that we can be. Peace worldwide starts from inside. Go ahead and let your mind, body, soul be free. Peace worldwide starts from inside. The answer and solution always starts with me. Peace worldwide starts from inside. If you wanna save the world, be the change you wanna see. One love, one blood, and one heart. One people, one world, and one God. We gotta come together, united for one cause. Put your hands up in the air. One love, one blood, and one heart. One people, one world, and one God. We gotta come together, united for one cause. Put your hands up in the air for peace.
Hello, I'm Diana Nyad. You're watching Peacecast TV, transmitting news and entertainment about peace for the next 48 hours all across this beautiful planet of ours, as long as Peace Day exists anywhere.
We want to have over 1 million participants in this 48-hour webcast, and we want them to spread it to their friends and family. My goal is that everyone who watches it sees something that they resonate to, a group that may be in their community that they want to connect with. They want to get up in the morning, besides going to school and going to work or going to the gym, that they go to these meetings and become part of it. And the 48 hours are over. We will have it for 3 months, so people can then go back on and watch it. To give everyone hope and peace and excitement about what we're building. When you watch television, when you watch the news, all we see is the negativity of the horrors that are happening around the planet. All you're going to see on this is great celebration, the most beautiful music, the most beautiful 3-4 minute stories of what's working in people's lives. My dear friend Lekha Singh, who is our executive producer of this webcast, spent 7 years going around the world interviewing people that had had horrible things happen to them. They'd watched their whole families being massacred. They'd been raped by several boys, I mean, things you can't imagine. And she interviewed these people, and the ones that have got to peace with themselves met with their perpetrators, forgave them, I don't know how, and now they're like friends, and they've worked it out. I mean, that's what has to happen. There has to be forgiveness and reconciliation. So we have this beautiful movie, Beyond Right and Wrong, that we're showing all over the world. And I suggest that you go on our webcast and click on it, and you can watch it for free and share it with your friends and community. Also, we have, great leaders that people respect that are working day and night around the world to create sustainability, work for the climate crisis. My dearest friend, Hannah Marstrand-Strong, in her own words, said, "We cannot look at the earth as a resource to be plundered. She is the source of all life."
You know, nothing is more important at this moment in history than all of us, whatever our contribution can be, to just get involved, heal ourselves, work in our communities and then our nations, and join us. This is the ultimate revolution. So it's really a call to action for humanity.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I
people of the world, women, men, children, all created in the image of God, let's build world peace, piece by piece. So bring your wisdom and your mind, your hearts and your voice, and stand by us for peace.
When the hill gets too hard to climb, or the path too dark to climb, when I'm down and I'm about to fall, come here, darling, and she is my call. Like an angel singing in my ear, tender words so sweet and clear. Let's be thankful, let's be blessed for the joy and happiness. Joy, 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 joy and happiness. Hey, Master, sister, won't you very proud? Hey, big brother, listen to that sound. The road is easy and the way is clear. We'll go higher without any fear. Like a nightingale singing a song to the world that lasts so long. Let's be thankful, let's be blessed for the joy, happiness.
Bueno, para mí la paz es muy extenso, puede ir desde tener como comprar un vaso de leche y un pan para poder comer, hasta tener la capacidad intelectual o mental o interna de aceptarse a uno mismo y de sentirse cómodo para poder así reflejarlo hacia los demás. Eso significa tolerancia, pues, la solidaridad con las personas y con quien nos rodea. Eso para mí es la paz.
Welcome to Kids for Peace. I pledge to use my words, to speak in a kind way, I pledge to help others as I go throughout my day.
I pledge to care
For our earth
with my
healing heart and hands. I pledge to respect people in each and every land. I pledge to join together as we unite the big and small. I pledge to do my part to create peace
for one
and all. Let there be peace! Yeah!
Welcome to Peacecast. I am U.S. Ambassador John W. McDonnell, now retired. I'm absolutely convinced it's possible, even in this troubled world of 2014. For me, peace is real. Peace is worth it. It's worth it for you. It's worth it for the world. And it's time to speak out.
In my opinion, peace it's alive. When we feel peace from inside, we feel the beauty of the life, beauty for everything, from everything. Because I think even if we have everything in this life as a material or stuff or whatever, and we didn't have peace, we didn't have nothing. Sometime or all the time, even if we have peace and we didn't have nothing, we feel alive. So, in my opinion, peace for me, it's alive. Without peace,
stand up, look around, and then scale that down to, then scale that down to. Stand up, look around, and then scale that down to. Stand up, look around, and then scale that down to. Stand up, look around, and then scale that down to. Stand up, look around, and then scale that down. So stand up, look around, and then scale that down too. I believe in a revolution. I believe it is a hand. I believe in it, thick hands that strengthen daily, daily on the man. Because see, I am a blacksmith, a metal and words, and a sheep that's pitch black too. And Lord, in this life, that's all we found up to do. 'Cause 500 years ago, when these things, trees were more gentle and all this color pristine, so the chaos it made sense. There was no knowing of the loss of a whole mountain, of that same mountain that I call home. And Lord, these same trees, they rolled on and on without mention of vanishing or with whom to belong. And these same mountains echo peace, Lord, a long time before the news. And Lord, now that too is nearly gone. Now that too is nearly gone. So tell me, what have we done as a civilization to destroy in our own way? Oh, that metaphorical hand that feels us, y'all. We are trashing our own birthday cake, and I consider myself a skeptic, but Lord, I'm an optimist in soul. And we are all getting rolled around and dragged along like the bull. He's huge and rageful, yet somehow subdued and hauled by those thick rings. So don't you too shut out nasty, sticky truth things. Here we go. Get the fuck out your car. Walk is good for you. Stopping to me blindly and get my own man that you do. Having possession, scared
I close my eyes, I see a gentle light. I have no concept of the color. I just want to state I have no sight. So beauty for me now means real simple things. I mean, just the simple things. Just opening my eyes in the morning and listening to the birds outside my window chirping. I mean, it's a feeling that I'm alive.
To me, beauty is character, personality, the way people carry themselves. Basically, it's just the way the person is, you know. And some people could be very pretty and beautiful inside just by the way they carry themselves or help or are concerned about my situation and stuff.
I think beauty is experience. So an experience, I mean by that is, you know, the smell of warm baked cookies, the warm breeze against your skin, and the feel of grass underneath your feet when you're, you know, walking in the front yard.
Going to the beach and sitting by the shore, to me, is beauty. And just imagining what the ocean looked like right now and what the sky looked like, that's beauty for me. At times it can be overwhelming because when you're blind, your life consists of nothing but feeling. Every day is a feeling.
I feel that losing my sight has been a blessing, which means I don't care what nationality somebody is, I don't care how tall somebody is, I don't care how big or small they are. A person is beautiful because they are true to themselves.
I have 3 babies, 12 and 9, and my daughter just turned 3. And to me, they're all beautiful, and I don't even know what they look like. They're beautiful inside. They're me, you know. They're me.
Beauty for me is calm. Beauty for me is peace.
I don't really need my eyes to enjoy beauty. That's beauty for me.
But it's also people being and doing what is right and what is good and caring about each other. Beauty is an experience of living and, you know, finding joy. I feel like joy is the most beautiful thing in the world.
Met a man today, he said, boy, don't be scared, catch you when you fall, I've been here all along, been calling out your name, it's time you unravel, that heart you tied so tight, got ripped in the fray, left by my side. You become light, don't ever be afraid. You took me by surprise, free from disguise. It's written on the page, you'll never be the same. You'll never be the same. Little boy inside, he says, die before you die. I'm left by my side, you become light, don't ever be afraid. You took me by surprise, and free from disguise. It's written on the page, you'll never be the same. Never be the same. I adore by the surprise that I'd always be there for all to see tonight. When we fall down, you will know.
You lied to me. You told me I could waste my days endlessly blinging in luxury and say keep it real when really I kept a fantasy locked in my head of a lifestyle never led, but it is constantly desired as it is constantly fed into my system. My dear sweet sisters, I diss them, for my desire for the lie forces me to dismiss them and never kiss them, only twist them when they feel my rhythm. When I'm in them, all I give them is climax and cataclysm. You lied to me. You told me I could be a drug dealer and be admired and feared by all the people appeal to the jewelry around my neck, and cruelty gets respect. Diamond-studded bracelets place the fools to be in check. And wear the latest in clothes because my wealth must be shown, for it's the jealousy of others that excel my throne. You said such gain was the path, and joy and wealth was one of the same built to last, keeping my brothers held down, for their misery composes my crown. Their desire to be me exposes their frown. But every time they see me driving around, we all keep hating one another. Love strives to be found. You lied. You told me I'd get head every day from any gorgeous model, you said, whose head twirled my way. And that there was honor amongst thugs who knelt and prayed together and dealt drugs and would survive the game. It's a crying shame, but respectfully, if I'm half drunk and half high, 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 that's all others now expect of me, believe in the lie, that no matter how high I rise, I'm still ghettoized. You never told me about the hard work to fund my hard play and fund the child support that would fund my baby, and how they keep switching the fashion that leaves me itching to grab them, so my riches you grab by manipulating my mind. In this heaven that you promise, it's only hell that I find. The jealousy I see demolishes communities' minds set to build and abolish the poverty of our kind. Don't get me wrong. I was raised on your songs. I felt so brave and so strong when they blazed for so long, but this phase can't go on. We need to plant some more corn. The lies you feed me, they bleed me and lead me to do wrong. But then I hear your sweet beats, and I remember why. You said to survive on the streets, I had to be wise to all lies. And even if some bear the most familiar disguise, sometimes to keep it real, you gotta criticize the lies.
Hello, welcome to Peacecast. My name is Premla Tarawat Hudson, and I'm helping to host this webcast, bringing you peace-related news and entertainment all day, as long as it is Peace Day anywhere on the planet. A few months ago, Peacecast invited you to speak your piece by sharing videos that showcase peace as a fundamental human need and a fundamental human right. The webcast we're watching is your inspiring response to that invitation. On behalf of Words of Peace Global, a nonprofit organization with over 11,000 volunteers worldwide who understand that peace really is possible and that it begins with each of us, I'd like to wish you a very happy Peace Day. And more than that, wish you peace every day. Over the course of this webcast, we'll be taking a virtual world tour, checking in with cities all over the globe to see how they're celebrating Peace Day in their communities. So stay tuned and enjoy Peacecast.
The time has come that every citizen of planet Earth needs to take responsibility for the benefit of all mankind. Your responsibility is to be human. What does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be alive? Because when you are in love with your life, with your existence, that's when you begin to respect other people's existence. This is not the case in the world today. This needs to change. And that fundamental change doesn't begin with the world out there. It begins with every single human being on the face of this earth. The time has come that we, the citizens of this earth, take the responsibility upon our shoulders. It is not the government, not the big institutions. It is not the police. It is not the army. But it is each human being taking responsibility for this peace that is going to make a difference.
Not only speak truth to power, but make sure that what they are bringing to that truth is the reality of those who are affected.
Nelson Mandela gave us one of the mandates of the elders is to amplify the voices of the voiceless.
We listen to the voices of young people. They have a greater sense of the urgency of having more equity and equality in our world.
Listen to others, listen to the world, listen to the problem areas, and see where is it that we as a group can make a difference.
The elders can become a fiercely independent and robust force for good.
He brought out ganas. That's a Spanish word meaning desire. He brought out the desire to learn, the desire to achieve, the desire to move forward. Ganas was his main word. You had to have ganas, you had to have desire to understand this language that he was teaching them. And it was a language to him. It was not, numbers. The key to peace is ganas, desire to have it. You must have the ganas to have peace, and it's probably the most crucial understanding. The desire for peace comes from within. It starts from within too, because peace comes from the inside and moves out. And so you share it. You share peace with others. And once people understand that you come with peace, the whole world changes for them and for you also. So ganas is the desire to be able to do things, and you must have ganas to have peace. It's probably the single most important aspect of life, to be honest with you. You must have peace within yourself in order to become of age. You cannot have age without peace. You die young. You self-destruct. You have nervous breakdowns. You have diseases. You destroy yourself. You must have tranquility and peace within yourself in order to get the full understanding of longevity in this life, because it gives you longevity of understanding, whether it be through your health or through the world you live in. Peace of mind, peace of heart. The understanding is really why you need peace. You have to understand it. It's an integral part of living. When I stepped out into the street and martial law had been declared in Los Angeles, and I walked out with a broom, I walked out for myself. I needed peace of heart and peace of mind. I needed to do something that would bring that to me. So I started to work. I started to sweep the street, and it was senseless. It really wasn't going to make much sense. The streets were burning up. People were dying. 6,000 buildings had been gutted and burned already, and over 50 people had been killed on the streets of Los Angeles at that time. But it was for self-preservation. And then there was 2 of us, then there was 5, and then there was 10, and then there was hundreds, and then there were thousands of people who brought brooms and started to clean and sweep. And example leads the way. You must lead by example. You can't lead by just the word. And in order to have peace, you have to lead by that example. You must be peaceful at heart, in your mind, and projecting it. For me, it's something that any of us can do. If we all started walking around with peace within ourselves and permeating peace, peace would prevail. It would, and just each individual can have that impact on others. When you run into someone that is not at peace with themselves, you can feel it right away, and you just pull away from them. With the amount of war that there is right now on the planet, you feel it immediately. And if you're not at peace with yourself, the fear alone will kill you. In this kind of turmoil that we face right now as a society and as a humanity, it's devastating what's going on the planet. So you really must start to understand the peace within yourself in order to even cope with what's coming at you from the outside world. When one doesn't talk and just listens, peace prevails. You have to really know thyself in order to create peace within yourself. And that's why I think most people who have found it by way of really becoming at one with oneself. Either we give peace the chance to survive as the most powerful essence of our humanity, or we don't. And if we don't, then the outcome is pretty much the self-destruction of humanity. It's just pretty bleak. There's no way that we can survive without peace. No way.
Relationships are important in education. That really may be even the key to teaching well, is the relationship you have with a student. If you're able to touch their mind, fine, but if you can touch their heart, then the mind contact lasts longer and goes deeper, I think.
Hey guys, questions? Take your seats in your cabinets.
This is the World Peace Game, and it's about 28 years old. It's a political science simulation. It involves usually about 25 to 30 students. And the game basically pits 4 or 5 countries against each other in every way, politically, socially, militarily, and economically. They're pitted against each other, and they have to use their imagination, use their thinking skills to think their way out of these problems that they're pitched into head first. The game starts with them inheriting situations on the verge of chaos and combat, and they've got to think their way out of that situation.
There has to be a way we can use this. We have to figure that out. We can use this volcano, use this eruption to make something good happen.
We have started a counterattack and sending its air force.
Oh God. If you look on the World Peace Game map, he has like that much oil.
So does Caden. And Caden's our complete ally. And we can also get some oil from him.
Okay.
We're not going to.
Like Caden said you would.
Caden, we're not going to attack them.
I know.
All the ships that we moved was for confusion, and it wasn't for battle, and that we come in peace.
First, I gave him 7 days to do something about the microscopic organisms, and he's now 2 days left, and he hasn't even boarded the island and tried to do anything about it, and I think he's trying to attack me instead of trying to do what he said he was going to do.
I want it to be so thrilling that they don't want to do without it, but so challenging that they almost can't do it. And to have the two contrasts, have those two opposite things working together, it's, for me, that kind of tension is what I think is where learning occurs. They have that love and fear, and that learning just torques on that kind of mismatch, I think, and that seems to be what's happening in this game.
It's a game that makes you think really hard. It makes you really think about what's really going on in the world.
What I think is you can't be all about war, and you can't be, again, this may sound bad, but you can't be all about peace.
Yeah, not like all like flowers and grassy fields and solar panels and houses. No, it's not like that. You'll have to have some defense.
It's challenging. There is no right or wrong answer. If you wanted a right answer, choose the one that helps everyone and then think about yourself.
We start off with a reading from Sun Tzu, the Chinese general, his book, The Art of War, which of course, as you know, is basically how to stay out of war. And for the most part, if you're in it, how to get out of it quickly. And he says, therefore a victorious army first wins and then seeks a battle. A defeated army first battles and then seeks victory. Read that again, yeah.
We've really had enough of people attacking. I mean, we've been lucky. I mean, the time, now I'm feeling really weird because I'm living what Sun Tzu said 1 week. 1 week he said, those who go into battle and win and will want to go back, and those who lose in battle will want to go back and win. And so I've been winning battles, so I'm sort of going into battles, more battles. And I think it's sort of weird to be living what Sun Tzu said.
This session of the World Peace Game is about to commence. Because I have such confidence in you, I'm going to do something I've never done before. What? The game has 3 new crises in it. I've never put new crises in once the game has started. These are crises concerning water rights. One of the big problems in the world today is people having enough clean water for whatever they need, drinking and washing and so forth. It's a big problem. And guys, I really think they're going to be almost impossible to get out of. But I really have confidence you're going to be able to do it. I don't know why I think you can. So I would never do this if I didn't think you could. But I don't know how you're going to do it. I cannot imagine. So good luck to you.
I'm sorry, but I'm okay. But I really need to talk with you. Mr. Hunter, he's a brain stretcher. My brain, when I come from his classroom, it just feels like a big, it's just like empty. If I shake my head around, I can feel it swishing.
My brain, when I come back from his class, it feels like it's just learned so much.
I hope that they never need me again, that I put myself out of a job, that they have everything that they could possibly have gotten from this experience, from me, from my influence, or whatever it might have been, and that they take away every tool, every creative thinking tool, every critical thinking tool they can, and they have a confidence that they can solve any problem, they can deal with anything.
One of the things I learned was that other people matter. In this game, one person can't win, everyone has to win. And I think that taught me a lot about cooperating with other people, being generous, and having an attitude that if you work together, you can achieve anything.
In view of all the crises being solved, and in view of everyone's asset value being over 100 billion, I hereby declare this World Peace Game won!
When I look at things like the game and what happened with these kids, as I said to them today, if just one of you is in position to leverage something good for the world, just one of you is in that kind of position, that could make all the difference. And if you picked up a tool from this game, a thinking tool or critical thinking skill that helps you do that, you may save us all. And that's what I'm naively hoping might happen.
Peace is so many things. It's far more than just nonviolence. It has to be integrated into the souls of the people. You can touch the heart of the person and make them realize that the enemy is also a human being with the same hopes and fears that you have. Then you begin to build a peace that lasts. And governments don't know how to do that. They think that if they sign a peace treaty, that's peace. That's not. You have to work with the people and help them build a peace process.
Ahora, ¿cómo hacer que los gobiernos que están a cargo del bienestar de los ciudadanos, que son seres humanos, tengan esas herramientas para que puedan ayudar a ser mejores seres humanos? ¿O usted piensa que es una cuestión exclusivamente personal de cada uno que no tiene nada que ver con el gobierno o con los estados?
Okay, well, if governments could bring us peace, they would have a long time ago.
Okay.
So, why can't we learn? Why can't we learn that if we want peace, we have to work on it? Governments are there, and governments have, in my opinion, and this is just strictly my opinion, their role is to make sure we have shelter. Their role is to make sure we have prosperity. Their role is to make sure we have food, we have the infrastructure, and so that we can live in the style that we want to, that we have the possibility of physical, external growth. So if our peace is concerned, they're not equipped for that. But you are. Each one of us is. And so I really think it's unfair to completely say to the governments, well, you are responsible. You know, in our society today, we make government responsible for too many things. Too many things. And they don't work when we make government responsible for those things. It's really important that every citizen look at themselves as a human being that has this time on the face of this earth and bear the responsibility for it.
I'm calling out to the whole wide world. Help me scream and shout that we want peace. Big love to Emmanuel Jao.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm looking for some people who's looking for peace. Maybe together we could make the war cease. Now we can send mankind to the moon, and we can reach to the bottom of the sea. That's why it really kinda baffles me that we cannot end wars and bring peace, and we cannot change the way people act, and we cannot change the way people think. So if we sit back, chill out and relax, civilization will soon be extinct. That's why I'm calling on the whole wide world. Come on people, would you help me? Let's scream and shout, cause we want peace. To say the least, I dedicate this song to the common people caught in the middle of this common evil. I wish the world was a little bit better. Time to start looking at the man in the mirror. Fear is the devil policeman. Fear make good genocide with him so he can. Feel a war of genocide and Hamburg was weekend. Lighting up the land cause nobody was speaking. That's why I'm calling on the whole wide world. Come on people, would you help me? Let's scream and shout, cause we want peace. To say the least, somebody said after Rwanda, and after Rwanda, and not far from Rwanda, who's gonna shout for the poor people living in Darfur? The world gone deaf, the world gone blind, the world busy sitting down on the behind. Nobody cared about the poor and needy, too busy sucking up to the rich and the greedy. For every hero there's a villain. I am feeling we gotta stop sending out on sin. One more time, we got no more time. We gotta figure out the way that we could all combine. Like Jericho, the work and stumbling down. The sound of voices out of cities around. You know what it's worth? Time to put our voices to work. We gotta shut down heaven and earth. That's why I'm calling on the whole wide world. Come on people, would you help me? Let's scream and shout, cause we want peace. To say the least, come on everybody, come on. Stand up, stand up, stand up. You want peace, and I want peace. Stand up, stand up. You want peace, and I want peace. Stand up, stand up. You want peace, and I want peace. Stand up, come on everybody, come on. Stand up, stand up. Come on everybody, come on. Stand up, stand up. Help me, help me, help me scream and shout. You want peace, and I want peace. Stand up, stand up, stand up. You want peace, and I want peace. Stand up, stand up. You want peace. Come on, everybody, come on. Stand up, stand up. Come on, everybody, come on. Stand up, stand up, stand up.
We want peace. We want peace.
We want peace.
We want peace.
All of us have dreams, and if we give up, we'll never find a way to that other shore of ours. And I feel it from all of you, that you understand that message, you understand the heart of what we did, not just the sport record of what we did. Thank you. One of the reasons the Cuba swim has been a lifelong dream for me, it is the Mount Everest of the ocean, so there is that sort of epic athletic challenge. It's the most difficult 100-plus mile challenge of any swimmer on this earth. But there's something about the peace between Cuba and the United States as well. I grew up in Florida. The Cuban Revolution happened when I was 9 years old, and thousands of Cubans flooded into my town, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We were dancing the salsa, we were eating Cuban food, and we weren't allowed to go there. It became the forbidden land. It has been ever since. And so I'm not a political person. I didn't swim across to make some big political statement. But along with sport and the human messages of never ever give up and you're never too old to chase your dreams, there was the message of this beautiful island is just to the south of us. And why? Why can't we share our cultures? Why can't we be friends and fly and boat back and forth on a daily basis? I swam with something of peace in my heart toward the people of Havana and the people of Key West to come together as two nations finally after all these years. Most of the ultra endurance athletes and adventurers on the planet have a love affair with planet Earth. So you talk to the Himalayan climbers and they look up at Everest and Annapurna and K2 and they say, that's where I learned all my life lessons. That's where I learned to be a person of courage and a person of love and a person of peace and a person who respects Mother Nature before oneself. No one ever says, I'm going to conquer Mount Everest, not the true climbers. And so for me, my place is the ocean. And when I sit and look out at the horizon, and when I get out there and I'm in a metronome of stroke after stroke, yes, it's a grueling sport and it's a tough sport, but it's a sport that brings a great deal of serenity to the soul as well. I'm not a religious person, but I might say that I'm in love with humanity. When you're out there in the ocean, 50, 60 miles offshore, under your own steam, and there's an edge of sleep deprivation and sensory deprivation, I feel an awe at this blue planet that we get to live on. And I start thinking about the millions of people who came before us, and the millions of people who came after us. And a wash of peace comes over me that we need to love each other. We are mistreating the planet, our resources, and we're mistreating each other in many ways every day. And it's time. It's time for us to embrace humanity. I enjoy reaching for a difficult star as a dream. I enjoy tapping every ounce of potential in me. This life is precious, and as Mary Oliver, the poet, put it, it's wild, and we only have one of them. And I don't want to get to the end of it having let it all slip by. So I honestly don't care if I succeed at things as much as I care that I've lived large in chasing those dreams. That's kind of what my life's been all about. And when I get to the end of it, I'm sure I'm going to look back and say, whoo, I failed at that, and I didn't make that, and I wish I could have done that also, but it goes by awfully quickly. So for me, I just want to be living at an exalted, joyous, peaceful state and reach for the stars.
A dream, really, that was 35 years in the making.
Only a few miles shy of setting a record that's eluded her for decades. History being made.
The adrenaline must just be flowing now.
If you can only imagine what people there on that beach are feeling.
Nobody can touch us, she's on the water.
I think the whole world should be peaceful.
It's never fun to get bullied. It's just embarrassing.
In other states or countries, there's a lot of trash there, and I just wish like we could go there and pick it all up. If there was peace, there wouldn't be any more war.
I think kids want peace. I think everybody in the world wants peace because it helps everything run easier, and sometimes it's just hard to know where to start. And I feel like this organization really puts a starting point on it and takes it to another level.
Kids are innately kind, and I see that they're very wise. I see how kids open up people's hearts. They open up their hearts to a more loving, respectful, unified world.
I always love being in Kids for Peace because I feel like it's making the world a better place and that we're changing it one step at a time. When Kids for Peace started at my elementary school, everyone started behaving nicer because we felt like we could actually make a difference through this.
Kids for Peace help people, and they make people have smiles on their faces.
One of our big initiatives is called the Great Kindness Challenge, and we find that peace through kindness really touches a lot of lives. Last year we had 69 countries participate, and it's just beautiful knowing that all over the world we have kids who are working to make a kinder world.
I want to be a person that changes things.
Please, can peace come to the earth?
Gandhi said if we're to achieve lasting peace, we must begin with the children.
What began many years ago as a little step by an individual to promote a peaceful coexistence among pastoralist communities in the North Rift, and which was met with strong resistance, is now turning into an icon of hope not only in Kenya but also in East Africa. Tegla Lorupe Peace Foundation, which started 9 years ago, is now making huge strides towards the attainment of peace, now targeting hardcore warlords among the conflicting communities.
I just want to encourage you that next time we can do more. We want to do more. Our partners, our sponsors.
This year's edition of Tegla Lorupe Peace Race, held in Moroto district in northeastern Uganda, revealed the progress this African athlete had made in achieving a lasting peace among the Turkana and Pokots of Kenya and the Karamojang of northeastern Uganda. Among the warriors who attended the race are deadly raid commanders who had been hunting each other for years and have been the key perpetrators of the existing rivalry among the Turkana and the Pokots. Loriko and Loriono had been reached by Tegla Lorupe Peace Foundation after many years of fruitless efforts. Loriono, the vicious Pokot warlord, has been in the list of the most wanted criminals the police had been searching for by the bullet, but it took persistent and persuasive efforts of Tegla Lorupe to convince him to shun the vice. I knew Loriono as an enemy. We hunted each other in the bushes. Had we met, the encounter would have been fatal. The conversion of Loriono and Loriko is regarded one of the reasons and most important milestone the region has ever achieved. When Loriono reformed, we breathed with a sigh of relief. Everyone in the village was so happy. We are all looking forward to a peaceful coexistence from now henceforth. And this has become a positive gesture in East African community, which is now warming up to the efforts of Tegla Lorupe.
And we are coming in to partner with Tegla to make this more successful, not only for this year's event, but the years to come. We have got a peace and security, small arms and light weapons program, which we are going to work together with you, with our colleagues in COMESA and IGAD, to ensure that people of East Africa stop fighting each other for any reason.
This year's event was also galvanized by a decision made by 4 former raiders to go back to school. The young men are all married, but would not allow the past deter them from their quest of reforming. And this called for a celebration from the locals and their leaders. Despite the financial challenges the foundation is facing, Tegla is willing, even in tears, to give her all for this positive turn of events. Be part of her success. There is much more to be done.
What kind of a peace do I mean, and what kind of a peace do we seek? Not a Pax Americana, enforced on the world by American weapons of war. Not the peace of the grave or the security of the slave. I am talking about genuine peace, the kind of peace that makes life on earth worth living, the kind that enables men and nations to grow and to hope and build a better life for their children. Not merely peace for Americans, but peace for all men and women. Not merely peace in our time, but peace in all time.
Wonder, insight, ideas. It's time to test.
We can change the world if we defy the impossible.
We have the tools, we have the passion.
We can be more, we can be much more.
Let's turn the world inside out. It's just a beginning.
We have achieved remarkable things. We can be more, we can be much more.
Science is clever, but great creativity is more magical. And now we need that magic,
The miracle of your mind is that you can see the world as it isn't. We can imagine the future. We can remember the past. The miracle of your mind is that you can see the world as it isn't. We can imagine what it's like to be some other person in some other place.
Take a moment, take a breath.
I'm a believer. The science is clear.
We have to get off of oil.
We owe it to our children and grandchildren.
I'm a believer.
We can't just drill our way out. We can't just bomb our way out. We're gonna invent our way out, working together. We need to think big, we need to think cheap. We need to think about the problem differently.
Wonder, insight, ideas. It's time to test.
The miracle of your mind is that you can see the world as it isn't. We can imagine the future. We can remember the past. The miracle of your mind is that you can see the world as it isn't. We can imagine what it's like to be some other person in some other place.
Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on.
The city of the future calls on you to see it through. Will you dream with me? Will you dream with me? Will you build with me? Will you build with me?
We have the tools. We have the passion.
We can be more, we can be much more.
I'm a believer.
We can change the world if we defy the impossible.
We have 3 billion new minds coming online to do that which which we must do, to do that which we must do. We need to think big, we need to think cheap. We need to think about the problem differently.
Wonder, insight, ideas. It's time to test.
The miracle of your mind is that you can see the world as it isn't. We can imagine the future. We can remember the past. The miracle, imagine the future. Remember the past.
Wonder, insight, ideas. It's time to test.
Where is peace? This is the pivotal question. Like water, peace is fundamental to human beings. Like food, like this breath. These are fundamental things nobody has to teach. This is our foundation. This is who we are. Our need from our heart every day, pushing us to find what peace is. The thirst for peace is within you, and the peace is within you. Discover it, explore it, feel it.